It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to this elementary edition of Science Bowl. Thanks for joining us today. Play along with our 6 students. Let's meet them right now. From Beltsville Elementary School, say hello to Nina Pumifal, Grace DeStachio, and Luz Villanueva. And from Rockledge Elementary, here they are, Halima Haidara, Avni Sharma, and DJ Adija Maliki. And now, here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, our game board reflects question difficulty with easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10. The tougher ones, 15, 20, 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. Into the 2 rounds, we will have a school poised to move on in our elementary school competition, maybe becoming one of the final 4 to vie for this year's championship. Let's make sure everything works. Let's go to the red team. And Grace, would you try your buzzer for me? Thank you. Looks like it's in good shape. Grace and Luz and Nina, congratulations on making it back. Good luck in this game. Rockledge, try your buzzer, Avni. All right. Congratulations, too, on being selected for the team. Everything looks to be in good order. Good luck to you, to Halima, and to DJ. Are we ready? Yeah, all right. Let's have a great game. We go alphabetically, B before R. So Beltsville and Grace, start the game if you would.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, the 7 layers in a forest go from the roots all the way up to this C initial tops of the trees. What is that area known as, Beltsville?
The canopy.
The canopy, yeah, the canopy way at the top there. That's a separate ecosystem. Some animals live only in the canopy. Try again, red.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, this is amazing. Scientists recently found the fossilized remains of a Jurassic-era insect, and they rubbed the... Rockledge.
Centipede?
Not a centipede. Good try. This Jurassic-era insect, they found a fossil. They rubbed the wings and legs together and produced a chirping sound from what insect?
Cricket?
A cricket, yeah. It was actually a kind of katydid, which is related to a cricket. That's amazing. Recreating a sound that is millions of years old. All right. Nice try, Rockledge. You'll get them next time. Go red.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Teams, the oldest living thing on Earth, scientists think almost 200,000 years old, grows at the bottom of the ocean. It's a big patch of this stuff. What's growing on the bottom of the ocean? Rockledge. What do you think?
Seaweed.
Seaweed, absolutely right. It is a core, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, keeps cloning itself. You're on the board. Go, green.
Body systems for 5 points.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, if you don't get any chocolate on Valentine's Day, that pain in your ventricle is this kind of ache. Rockledge. Heartache, that's right, heartache. You can go out and buy yourself a Snickers. You know, you'll feel better. Go green.
Green things for 25. Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points. Teams, aloe vera, the plant that produces the liquid that you put on burns and cuts, is classified as a succulent plant because it grows in what kinds of areas? Rockledge, where would you find aloe vera growing?
Tropical places?
Not tropical places. Good try. These aloe vera plants, the source of the liquid that is a good topical for burns and cuts, is called a succulent plant because it grows where?
In the desert?
In the desert, yes. Arid regions. Absolutely right. Good comeback there. Nina, you okay over there? With your microphone? Very good. Okay, 100 points for Beltsville, 65 for Rockledge. Advantage red. Go, Grace.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Teams voted the favorite commercial at the Super Bowl was the one where the man let this speedy feline out of a cage that ended up chasing him. Rockledge.
Yeah. Greyhound? Yes. Greyhound?
Not a greyhound, no. What speedy feline was let out of a cage in this commercial and ended up chasing the man who let him out?
A cheetah?
A cheetah, that's right. The cheetah was supposed to run after the car. The car was too fast, you see, so he decided the man is easier pickings. Okay, go again, red.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, silver bells and cockle shells were the flowers that grew in this green area owned by Mary Mary, quite contrary. Rockledge, what's the green area?
Tundra. Tundra?
Not a tundra, no. Beltsville. Mary Mary, quite contrary, she grew silver bells and cockle shells in her what?
Her garden?
Her garden, that's right. How does your garden grow? Exactly right. Okay, Beltsville, please.
Data line signs for 10.
State line for 10 points. Teams, some people who went to the Super Bowl got more than they bargained for because they came down with this rash-like M initial disease that normally affects children. Right. They got a dose of what disease, Rockledge? What'd you think, Avni? Beltsville. Tell me the M initial childhood disease normally associated with a rash that some people picked up on a visit to the Super Bowl. Measles. Measles. Try again, red.
Dateline signs for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, it was all over YouTube. It's been proven to be a hoax, but some people said that this extinct pachyderm was alive and walking across a river in Siberia. What animal was it? A woolly mammoth, an extinct pachyderm. A pachyderm is an elephant. We were hoping you would make the link. Buzzer sounded. Round 1 over. Score, Rockledge 65, Beltsville 110. We'll be back with the second half of Science Bowl in just a moment. Don't go away.
You can never know which pool safety step will save a life. Until it does. No matter how safe you feel, adding multiple safety steps can mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Hi, I'm Jordan Sparks, and my I Matter You campaign is all about making a difference, and SOS Children's Villages does just that. I cannot believe how many children SOS has helped around the world by building villages, helping abandoned children, and giving them a mother and house to grow up in. I'm calling on everyone that I know to support SOS in their efforts to help kids at risk of abandonment in countries like Sudan, Vietnam, and Haiti. SOS helps these children over the long term, and you can make a real difference in a child's life. MAD, making a difference. That's what it's all about, and SOS is one of the best. You've got to check them out at sosusa.org.
SOS Children's Villages gives homes and hope to children in need all around the world. Join SOS and Jordan Sparks in making a difference. Visit sosusa.org to learn more.
And welcome back to Science Bowl. 6 outstanding young people. 3 of them have been here previously this season, and 3 are brand new to our stage. Let's go over and talk to them. Let's go first to Beltsville. And this is an interesting story. When you first appeared, I think you'd learned that you were going to be on Science Bowl just hours before you got here, and you just blew away the competition. And here you are. You're back again. You girls are just great. Nice to have you back. Tell us about Beltsville Academy, Grace.
It's an academy. So it's pre-K through 8th grade, and
that makes it a little different because most elementary schools terminate in the 5th or the 6th grade, so you get to stay there for a long time if you so choose. Who's your principal?
Miss Edwards.
And is she the principal of the entire academy, elementary and middle school portions? That's great. And you had no alternates on your team, but who's the sponsor of your team?
Miss Angeli.
Wonderful, and we thank her for all the hard work that she's done, and we'll bring her out in just a few moments so you can meet her. And Grace, I know you've got some parents here. They're excited for you. Tell me, what's the secret to your success? How do you do so well on our game?
A lot of times when I'm in the car with my dad, I'll ask him questions like completely out of thin air. Like, why is this like that? And I think that's helped.
I think that's a very good way to put it, because sometimes it's not just dedicated practice. It can just come at the spur of the moment. You pick up little tidbits and you make some connections, which is what we hope you do.
And we got study sheets this time.
Wow,
because
that also
we
helps.
had more of a notice.
That's right, you had time to prepare.
So we got study sheets with questions on them.
What a luxury. Well, that just testifies what great students you are. Grace, what do you want to do someday?
I want to rescue animals and find them good homes.
Yeah, and this young lady has a rescued dog. It's a mutt, but you love her dearly, don't you? Yeah, you're doing good work. Luz, nice to have you with us today. Nice to have you back. Tell us about yourself. What do you do in your spare time?
I like to draw anime and play soccer.
Yeah, you're a soccer player, and all of you are good friends. You all like to draw, and obviously you're all good students. What do you want to do someday, Luz?
I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? There's so many options, you know, just when you think it's something else will get your interest. This is a time of life to try lots of different career aspirations. Nina, nice to have you with us. You're a drawer. You like to read. Why did you want to be on our show? Not that you had much choice the first time, but here you are back again.
I guess it's kind of fun.
I hope so. We enjoy having you here. What do you see yourself doing someday?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, so the unknowns on either side. Grace has a pretty good idea. Keep up your good work here. Rockledge, nice to have you here. Rockledge making their first appearance. They got a bye in the competition because Rockledge did so well last year. And your shirts say the Rockledge Stars, right? And you've got caps on, and I don't know if you've noticed, each one of the caps has a different name, but they're not your names, are they, Avni?
No.
What are they?
They're different stars that we can see from Earth.
That's wonderful. So you're Sirius, and Halima is Vega, and DJ, who are you?
I'm Arcturus.
He had the toughest one to pronounce, too. No, it's good to have you here. And Miss Kerner, your sponsor, I know she went to great trouble to prepare you and to dress you for today. She did well. We'll meet her in a few moments. You had a couple alternates, didn't you?
Yeah,
Who are they?
We have Lily and Philip.
Wonderful. And you got to be the captain because everybody voted you, because you got great leadership skills, and you're demonstrating that over there. Avni, tell us what you want to do someday.
I want to be an elementary school teacher.
Really? I can see you doing that. I can see you being really good with young people, and they'd be lucky to get you. DJ, how about you? You're welcome. I know you like big cats, cheetahs and leopards, and you like to search them out online. Why do you like them so much?
Because they can run fast and they can do stuff you can't.
Exactly. They're like the ultimate athletes, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, they don't have to work out. The lions sleep 18 hours a day, but they're as fit as a fiddle. Maybe we can take a lesson from them, huh?
Yeah.
What do you want to do someday?
I want to be an actor, and I want to be an animal conserver.
So you have something in common with Grace over here, and I know you like sci-fi, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're doing a nice job here. And Halima, how about you?
I want to be a doctor.
A doctor. Any particular kind of doctor?
No, I really don't care what kind of...
No, you would be good with people. You just want to relieve pain and make people's lives better. How'd you get interested in being a physician?
Well, my mom's a nurse, and then I decided I want to be a doctor, because really I don't have one. Like, my mom's a nurse, and my dad's like a salesman. So I decided to be a doctor.
Very good. Well, I'm sure your parents are very proud of that decision. You're doing a nice job here today. Let's get back to our game. 110 for Beltsville, 65 for Rockledge. Boy, do we have a lot of points to give away. It's still anybody's game. Grace, would you start us out, please?
Zoo parade for 10.
Zoo parade for 10 points. Team scientists have determined, based on fossils found off the African coast, that the oldest animals on Earth are these porous creatures that don't wear square pants. Beltsville.
Sponges.
Sponges, that's right. The earliest animals we think are tiny, tiny little sponges. They are our great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers, if you will. Go red.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points. Teams, what infectious agent also describes a picture or a video that spreads very quickly across the internet? Rockledge.
Virus.
Virus, yes, it goes viral. Everybody gets to see it. All right, more points for Rockledge, 75 to 120. Good game here. Go green.
Zoo parade for 20 points.
Zoo parade for 20 points. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. This is a visual question. Teams, you're about to see a thylacine, sometimes called a Tasmanian wolf. It is extinct, but like the Tasmanian devil that is still alive, this animal too has its mammary glands covered by a pouch, making it what kind of animal?
Marsupial.
Rockledge.
Marsupial.
It is a marsupial, absolutely right. Thank you, DJ. Good assist there. Marsupial wolf, long since extinct. Most animals in Australia are marsupials. All right, go. Green. Yes, ma'am.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, gout is a disease that causes joints to be inflamed, particularly the metatarsal phalangeal joint that you can find in your big what? Rockledge.
Big toe.
Your big toe, absolutely right. The toe is the spot where a lot of people experience gout. It's a very painful condition. Thanks for following all those clues there. 115, 120, almost a tie game. Come on, ladies, don't let them get away from you. Go green.
Body systems for 10 points.
Body systems for 10 points. Teams, one of Dr. Seuss's lesser-known books is all about this body part, and there's a passage about the dangers of eating too many sweets with it, and it says, Billy Billing had 50 fillings. What is the book all about, Rockledge?
Cavities. Cavities?
Cavities or teeth, absolutely right. It's called the Tooth Book. Good. Go. Green.
Let's get physical for 15 points.
Get physical for 15 points. Back to the monitor, another visual question, teams. What you're looking at is a voltaic pile. It is stacks of zinc and copper discs with saline solution in between. This was the very first source of power that today Everready makes. What is that? The very first what? Rockledge.
Generator.
Generator?
Not a generator. Good try. Beltsville, that is the very first what? Everready makes them today. Alessandro Volta made that pile of discs of copper and zinc with salt water in between.
Battery.
It's a battery. It is the very first battery. Yes, good. Come back. Go red.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri, 20 points. Teams, the question is as follows. One of the easiest things to do in the laboratory is to take a magnet and put it inside of a plastic bag, stir it around your cereal bowl after you put in the milk, and you can pull out filings of this. Beltsville.
Iron.
Iron, yes. Iron fortified cereal. Absolutely right. Good. Red, go.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, it was back in 1802 that geologist Edward Howard determined that meteorites didn't naturally occur on Earth. Rather, they had E.T. origins. E.T. meaning what? Beltsville.
Extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial. No one thought they came from out there. Good. Go. Red.
Let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, we know that water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, but it will stay liquid all the way down to 28 degrees Fahrenheit if you just add what to the water, Beltsville?
Salt.
Salt, that's right. Salt water freezes at a much lower point, which is why the Chesapeake Bay and the oceans don't freeze over too often. Go red. All right, come on, green. Let's get back in here. Go red. Yes, ma'am.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, the famous book and movie The Miracle Worker about Helen Keller was about a little girl who developed meningitis when she was young, and she lost what two most important senses? Beltsville?
Hearing and eyesight.
That's right. She could not see, she was deaf, and she was blind. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Beltsville.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25. The big one in that category, teams, it was the Polynesians who first divided all the plants of the world into monocots and dicots based on whether they had one or two seed leaves on this little E-initial baby plant inside the seed. E-initial. Come on, Rockledge. You need this one.
Earbud?
Again?
Earbud?
No, Beltsville. What is the E-initial baby plant inside the seed? And if it has one or two seed leaves, it determines whether it's monocot or dicot.
The embryo.
Embryo, absolutely right. Good answer. All right, red team, go.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, at the White House Science Fair, President Obama cocked a cannon and shot one of these confections. Rockledge. A marshmallow, absolutely right. We just talked about this before. He shot a marshmallow against the White House wall, and I'm sure the painters were not very happy about that. All right, go again, green. Thank you, DJ.
Body systems for 25 points.
Body system, 25 points. Teams, if your doctor measures this, your systole and your diastole numbers, and they're 120/80, then what is it about you that is considered normal? Rockledge.
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure?
Blood pressure, absolutely right. 120/80. Thank you, Halima, for your help on that one. You're up to 155 points, 215. Still a close game. Lots of points to give away. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20 points.
The physical for 20 points. Teams, at that same White House Science Fair, two young girls about your age came up with a wonderful lunchbox idea. They put a light inside to kill any bacteria that might be on the fruit or the sandwiches. The same kind of light that produces vitamin D when it hits your skin. Rockledge.
Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet?
It is ultraviolet. They've got ultraviolet lights inside their lunchboxes. The president was impressed. We should be. Go, green.
25 points for Zoo.
25 points in Zoo Parade. Teams, we all think that the monarch butterfly is the champion migrator in the insect world. Not so. It turns out that this other insect can migrate from India to Africa across the ocean, the same insect that is often likened to a helicopter. Rockledge. Yes, ma'am.
Mosquito?
Not a mosquito. Good try. This insect migrates from India across open ocean to Africa. Longer migration than the monarch butterfly, an insect that is often likened to a helicopter. A dragonfly. A dragonfly was the answer. Try again, green. Still a close game. Abney.
Science potpourri for 25 points.
Science potpourri for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, this is rather upsetting. 1 in 500 American children inherit a gene that disposes them to high levels of LDL, which is the bad kind of this fat. Rockledge.
That kind of this fat.
What you think, guys? Abney, what's the consensus over there? Any answer?
Butter?
Again?
Butter?
Not butter, no. High levels of LDL. 1 in 500 young people inherit the tendency to develop that. That is the bad form of what fat?
Cholesterol?
Yeah, bad cholesterol. That's what I want to hear. Good. Thank you, ladies, for all conspiring and collaborating over there. Go, 240.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Teams, it was back in 1821 when a French astronomer said that this planet exists even though no one had ever seen it because the gravitation from it influenced its neighbor Uranus to wobble in its orbit. Beltsville.
Neptune?
Yeah, Neptune. No one had seen Neptune, but they knew it had to be there. All right, we've got 4 questions left. Go, red team. Still can do it. Come on, Rockledge.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points, teams. Geologists now say that a new super one of these will develop. Rockledge. Not a supernova, good try. Geologists say a new super one of these will develop in the distant future when the Americas and Asia join together at the North Pole.
Supercontinent?
A supercontinent, absolutely, called Am-Asia. They've already given it a name. The buzzer has rung. What a great game. We're proud of all of our players. We'll double check that score and be back with you in just a moment. Don't go away.
Because play might be the best way to fight obesity.
Because staying connected makes my family stronger, healthier, and happier.
Because a safe place after school can lead to success in school.
Because physical activity is vital to my health and well-being.
Because I need to make my world better.
Because playing team sports teaches the character and social skills that build leaders.
Because learning with others makes for a greater understanding.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Because we need each other.
Welcome back. What a terrific game. Rockledge came back. They almost did it. That's what we expect from rock stars, which they are. Let's look at our final tally today. It is Rockledge 175, Beltsville 275. You've done it again, ladies. Nina and Grace and Luz. We're going to see you in the next round. Miss Angeli, thank you for your great work. This is your Cinderella year, isn't it? We're so good to have you here. And Rockledge, I want to see some big smiles over there. You guys played so well. We loved having you here. And we've got 2 additional stars and 1 big star back there, in addition to Kalima and Avni and DJ. Philip and Lily, congratulations. As your shirts say, you are the brightest of the rock stars. And Miss Kerner, thanks for all you do. You are the biggest star of them all. We appreciate all you've done for Science Born. We appreciate that you tuned us in. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.